Is this a great time to refinance or what? Hi, I'm your mortgage guy, Dave Steinberg, and this is your Summit Minute. So let's get right down to business. Number one, rates are the lowest they've been since January of 2024, maybe even longer ago. And so it's a great time from a rate perspective to look at refinancing. But we want you to understand fully the whole refinance process and whether or not it makes sense for you. Let's start with the obvious. What rate are you paying today? If you have a great rate today, you're obviously not going to make sense to refinance. So if your rate is, let's say, 6.5 or below, it may not make sense to refinance. If you've got a 7.5% rate, that's going to be a lot more compelling. Okay, second question, how long do you plan to be in the home? If you're going to be in the home 6 months, a year, again, it's not going to make sense to refinance unless you're going to be in the home 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. We could talk about it a little bit more, but that's the general rule. Are rates going to go down even further? Frankly, there's no way to know. Take what you can get today. If you feel strongly that rates are going to go down, I get it. Maybe you'll want to wait. But generally speaking, we tell our clients, if it makes sense for you today, grab it. If rates go down further a year from now, we could always refinance you again. But if it's compelling to refinance today, don't put it off, because sometimes we see the rate dropping, staying there for a couple of weeks, and then going right back up. So that's not something you want to get caught in. What should you pay for a refinance? So let's go to that and let's talk about it. Our clients are getting called from banks, from marketers who are just trying to sell them a refinance, whether it makes sense for you. So let's talk about that. Generally speaking, we're telling our clients to pay 0 points on a refinance. Any refinance that comes with points, unless you have a specific circumstance that makes you different, we would say don't do it. In fact, what we try to do is take a slightly higher rate and use the higher rate. The bank will then offset some of your closing costs. And frankly, in some markets, we can get the offset to be very significant. We've quoted some people recently, higher rates and 0 closing costs. Yes, it's a trade-off. You're not optimizing on rate, but is it going to optimize on the whole process? We think so, and we'll give you the numbers to understand it. One last point. If you've got high-cost consumer debt, let's say you're carrying a high-cost home equity line. Let's say you're carrying a lot of credit card debt. From a cash flow perspective, sometimes by refinancing, you could vastly improve your cash flow, and then use that improved cash flow to generate by the refinance to come up with a new plan, pay down this new larger mortgage faster, but you will end up in 5 years in a far better financial situation than if you did not refinance. A lot of points here, a lot of information. Frankly, what I tell my clients is, if you have a question, reach out, give me a call, let's figure it out together. I'm your mortgage guy, Dave Steinberg, and I'm here to help.